Hey Town Team coaches, this video is all about practicing the scoring for a game. If you plan on doing the scoring, or if you're going to have a parent do the scoring, then having those stats available during the game is actually very helpful, especially if you have any kind of pitch count that's happening. But also just for minor changes in the lineup if you need to, or if you're in a double header situation, do you want to make any changes to the second game than what you did from the first game based on statistics? So with that, to dive into practice scoring, and this can be done for anybody that is an admin of the team. So I'm going to click on our 2-3 boys test team that we have set up. And right now, when I go to the team tab, you're going to notice I'm the only admin, or where it says staff. You have to be a staff member in order to keep stats. And to do that, you need to establish a parent as a staff member. So I'll show you how to do that in another video, but for right now, I just want to make sure you understand that only these people in the upper part, in the staff part, and you can only have 4 people, so be aware of that. But in the staff part, those people can keep stats. But in the upper right-hand corner, in the gear symbol, underneath there, I see a practice scoring a game. And so when I click on that, it's just going to take me to a random practice of how to score a game. And it kind of walks through. You can see how the ball there in the middle of the field is sort of like glowing. So what I can do is I can tap on that. And then when I do, I can say right now, let's say the game is going, pitches are going. The first one was a ball. The second one was also a ball. The third pitch was a called strike. Okay, so now we can see that I have 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out, and it's the top of the first. I see that stats at the very top. But let's say this one, and I like how they've highlighted this blue right in the middle. This means we got a hit. So the ball was hit. It was a hard ground ball, and the runner got out at first. Once I've said they were out at first, it's telling me drag the glove to where the ball was fielded. So let's say it was a hard ground ball, hit the shortstop, and the shortstop fielded the ball somewhat behind second base. Then it shows a little animation there, and I hit done. It runs the runner to first, does a little spin motion saying that runner is now out. And if I look at the top, it definitely says out. If I need to undo anything, in the bottom right-hand corner of the scoring screen is the undo button. So I can see exactly where, or I can see quickly how to undo it, and then I can redo it if I mess it up. If we are playing against someone that, let's say this next hitter that's coming up, I want to see where they've previously hit the ball. I can tap on this little icon down here, because what's kind of nice is seeing where they've hit the ball. Maybe they're pulling the ball to the left side of the field every time, or the right side of the field, or maybe they're crushing the ball to the outfield. I don't know. But if they've been up to bat more than once, then I can click on this little icon here, and I will be able to see where that player has hit the ball to, so I can give those players kind of a heads up as to where they hit the ball previously. But now I'm on my next batter, and let's say this time this batter was hit by the pitch, which is directly underneath the ball in play button. They made it to first base. It does it for me, right? All I got to say is what happened, and it does it for me. Perfect. So now what happens is when I hit pitch, I can now say again, was it a swing and a miss, called strike, foul ball, hit by pitch, and so on and so forth. Was it a balk, an illegal pitch, and whatnot. So I'm just going to tap off of that so you can see what happens. Maybe it was a pass ball and your team allows stealing on pass balls. I'm going to tap on the runner on first base. And when it does, I'm saying essentially, oops. So right here, so they were safe at first, right? Oh, cancel. So let's say it was a steal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag that player over to second, and I'm going to say they were safe. And they were safe. How did the runner advance there? It was a legit stolen base. It was a defensive indifference, meaning the defense had to make a choice, a throwing error or a fielding error. And I can say if it got past the catcher, it's going to be a fielding error. And it was on the catcher back here. So that's how they got to second base, right? So you can still do all those steals and everything and whatnot, and it really helps in keeping track of those stats. So in order to get out of this, all I have to do is hit the menu, and when you hit the menu, you'll see some options, and all of these options are in-game options as well. So I can exit the current game. I can go to the settings for the game. How many innings are there? Well, we only play 5 innings, okay? Short fielder or extra outfielder. If you're in the 2nd and 3rd grade teams, or maybe your 4th and 5th grade team, they play an extra fielder in the outfield. Then we can say there's a left, right, center. The pitch count alerts. Maybe you want to be alerted of not the first. Maybe the first alert means, hey, tell me when this pitcher's pitched 25 pitches, or something like that. So you can get the alerts on your app as well. So do you need to, nobody I don't think will be tracking the pitch type, the pitch velocity, no, pitch playing, or sorry, show playing time, you can put that in there. And then the game clock, you can count up. So there's a game clock when you hit back and I go to the game. There is a game clock established in the lower left-hand corner. You see there's that time. It says it's all zeros right now, but in a real game, it would show you how long we've been playing the game for, because maybe the rule is we're going to max it out at 1 hour or something like that. And then you also have your manual overrides. So like, maybe you want to say, nope, we're starting the 6th inning. There are 2 outs and so forth. You can reset the game to that stuff. You can end the half inning. Let's say a person was picked out or picked off at 2nd, and that was the 3rd out. Then we can say accept the half inning, like, hey, that was the 3rd out. We accept it, and we're going to switch the teams. Or also underneath menu, you can swap the home and away teams, or you can send a message to the fans, like, holy cow, infield home run by so-and-so. Kids are going crazy. Like, for all the parents that are either there or not there, then at least they're in the know of what happened. Like, holy cow, just crushed the ball, right? So those are underneath the menu, but for right now, I'm just going to exit the current game, which basically takes me out of practice scoring the game. And you can jump into that at any time. You can practice as many times as you need to in order to get familiar with where the controls are, but that is essentially how you practice scoring a game in order to become more comfortable with it.